I know a lot of people are worried about their future as a web designer, and I'm going to try and give you some tips about how you don't need to worry too much if you can show that you're an expert or someone who understands how you can make web design work for your clients or other businesses. Now, there are things that you can do, and I'm going to talk about that. And I am going to give you some examples of businesses that are doing things for people that people or businesses could actually do for themselves for free, but they're still hiring or employing experts or other businesses out there to do things for them. So stay with me on this. By the way, you don't need to see this, but this is what the two cats are doing in front of me at this very moment. Okay, so with AI and the fact that people could probably start prompting to design a website or a wireframe, and there's loads of tools out there. You could drop in your colors, your logos, swap text out, and you could have your website all completely built for you. I'm seeing more social media posts and people saying, oh, our days are numbered. What are we going to do? People just won't need us in a couple of years' time. What we have to remember is that page builders and tools for people to design websites have been out for a huge amount of time. What, last 11, 12 years even? You could even go back as far as WordPress. When WordPress first came out, there were some of us that were dabbling with Dreamweaver, HTML, CSS styling and things like that. But WordPress made it so much easier for us, so we can't deny the fact of how good WordPress is and other tools out there. In fact, I bet a lot of you that design websites started off in WordPress, right? And if it weren't for WordPress, would you even be designing websites? I don't know, maybe, maybe not. So when you take a lot of businesses that are now prepared to use AI tools, can you blame them? Now, even though we do have page builders and they've been out for so long now, why are we still getting work to design websites when people could practically do it themselves? In fact, a lot of you or a lot of us, we're not qualified. We haven't done a web design course out there, but we're pretty good at what we do. So why do we still get hired to do e-commerce websites, fitness websites? Why are they still coming to us? Because we offer them that peace of mind that we're going to get it right for them. We're going to make their website responsive. We will take performance seriously. We will make everything fit together. We will achieve their end goal or what they want to get out of it. What are they trying to achieve? Clients also want to get their own clients as well. So we do that for them. And also, we remove the burden of pressure and time for them to work on it. A lot of businesses have many things to do. It's not just building out a website and doing social media and things like that. They also want to do stuff, right? They also want to get sales and network and meet other people as well. They don't want to spend too much time on a website, especially if the website doesn't work properly. Do you know how many people struggle to get their payment gateways to work or even to double check their emails are going out? So this is where a lot of us come in. Now let me go on to some examples, okay? And I'm going to try and bring all of them back to web design so they feel very relevant as to us and hopefully more relatable to you. And what I'm going to talk about here isn't just for web designers, graphic designers, logo designers, content creators, accountants, fitness coaches. This applies to everyone, okay? Because you have to remember there are ways out there for people to design websites for themselves. But if we can show them the peace of mind by trusting us and how much time they're going to save rather than doing it themselves, they will thank us for it. Just another one of the cat playing around because I feel like you need to see this. So before we go on to the examples, I just want you to consider that you got loads of clients that you build websites for, and then they all say, no, we don't want to work with you anymore. We're going to start prompting. Do you think they will get it all right first time? Or do you think they're going to get some of the prompts wrong? Or do you think they may get frustrated when some of the websites that are being chucked out of them don't really feel right? And this is where you can come in. You could start to become the prompt master. So you take what they're trying to achieve and you'll go, yeah, okay, we'll do this for you, but you'll make the pieces fit. You'll start to understand the prompt and you will fine tune it. It's all good and well, like getting a website or a wireframe built for you, but does it tick the box for what the client really wants? Now let me go on to the examples. About 11 years ago, I started earning over £50,000, and in the UK, you have to start doing a self-assessment tax return. Because obviously you can't claim for child benefits, or, you know, you have to just show what you're earning because the tax man's going to come after you, HMRC and all of that. Sorry, just got to interrupt to show you how the cat kind of behaves a bit like Spider Cat or Spider-Man or whatever you want to call him. Now, for a good 3 to 4 years, I was doing the self-assessment myself because there's loads of free guides and there was even some videos and stuff out there that helped you out. And it wasn't that difficult to do. You just pop in your earnings, because at that time I was still working in the NHS. So I had like my monthly income, you know, income from writing books, because if you go to Amazon, you'll see my books, from some website work, because that was more of a side hustle at the time, and some other stuff, stocks and shares as well, or interest your earnings. You got to stick that all in, and it wasn't that difficult. And of course, when you become a business, there's a lot more you got to do. You know, to your corporate tax returns and then your director self-assessment. And again, I could have done it myself, but what we did was we employed a director. No, we didn't employ a director. We're the directors. We employed an accountant so that they could handle all of that for us and possibly help us out if there was any way we could claim back some money as well. So we could do a lot of this ourselves, but we employ an expert. Why? Because we want the peace of mind that it's done properly. We don't want to do it and then find out that, we could have made a saving on the, you know, the corporate tax, or we didn't claim for something properly, or we got it wrong and we get fined. We want to do it properly. And also, even though we still do the bookkeeping, it's a little bit of pressure off us. You know, come April going into May, we don't have to sit there, you know, like slugging away over at the desk on, you know, all the accountant stuff we have to do. Someone else does it for us. Another example is solicitors and lawyers. How many of you have had a solicitor or a lawyer help you out with your will or last testament? Was it really a complicated will? Because at the end of the day, a lot of wills where you're just trying to redistribute your wealth or what goes to your children or elsewhere, you could do this using a downloadable document from the internet. Most wills are boilerplate wills. They're not that difficult to do. You just fill in the pieces and the gaps, almost like a questionnaire, get it all witnessed and job done. So why do we always go to solicitors and lawyers? Because you know what? You're still going to go through the same questionnaire with them. And they might just double check a few facts. And I've seen some people that have paid 70 to 80 pounds and they get a document and all they're doing is filling in the gaps and they send it back, and then the company just double check it. And there's no changes. So you just paid 70, 80 quid for a document to be sent to you. And then what they'll do is they'll keep hold of that document and then you have to pay an annual charge. Well, why don't you just get it done yourself? But why do we like to use lawyers and solicitors? Quite simply, again, for the same reason, peace of mind. And sometimes we just want that person who's going to do the check for us. I bet there'll come a day when AI will just do all of that for you and it will check it for you. I mean, you can check it yourself anyway. A third example is fitness coaches. There are so many videos and apps out there now that tell you how to lift a weight or do cardio or walk or run or whatever you want to do, or even what you eat. So why do people still want to hire a personal coach or a fitness trainer? Again, it's that peace of mind. They want to have someone who's going to say, yep, I know the app says this, and I know you could eat this, a keto diet or more protein or low carb, high carb, or whatever you want, high fat, whatever you want to go for. But you, based on your frame, how you move, what you do, what your goals are, what you want to achieve, you need to maybe work with someone. And that's where the human interaction and the human element kicks in. And so far, all of those examples you can make relatable to web design, content creation, accountant, estate agent, anything you want. People want that peace of mind and that assurance. So even though AI is here, it's going to infect every business eventually in a good way and a bad way. Don't be too worried. People may still want to work with you, especially if you can pivot and say, look, I know you got your wireframe, I know you got your website, I know you're using this particular tool, but did you know that I can actually help you out more with regards to the plugins? You're a fitness coach, you got your fitness coach website, brilliant. But did you know you might want to put videos on there? How are you going to do that? The template you got from AI ain't going to give you that facility. And are you happy prompting and sticking HTML in? Or what about an appointment booking slot that integrates with your Google Calendar? Can you handle all of that? And if they can't, this is where you come in. And these examples, you know, I could go on and on about peak cleaners. Why do people hire a cleaner to mop the floor and hoover for them or clean their oven out? So have a think about all of the tasks and jobs that you're currently doing where you're using another tool. And it's usually to save time. And that, in a way, is what AI is doing. You know, when you start to think about things like Canva or Photoshop or CapCut or whatever you're using, or even me now, I'm using this gimbal at the moment to hold up my phone while I'm recording, and I've got a portable microphone over here as well. There's so many things we've always been doing throughout our lives in a way that have made our jobs a little bit easier, and that's all AI is going to do. And I do agree that the need for web designers will probably shrink a little bit, but you need to pivot. So if you can start to understand some of the tools that potential people or even your existing clients could probably use to create their websites, what can you do to come in? Look, imagine you got loads of people that are using GoDaddy, and GoDaddy has their template websites. They're not the greatest websites, but if you think due to their mass marketing and advertising they do, more people are going to drift over to do GoDaddy. Can you step in now and start advertising as someone as a GoDaddy personalization expert? I'm not sure you really want to be calling yourself like, hey, I'm GoDaddy personalization expert. Sounds a bit, but if you want to do that, you could do. So I would not overly worry. The problem is going to come if you are in denial. So what I mean is, like, fitness coaches, I mean, they're all over the place, right? YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. And they're all, you know, marketing themselves as, hey, look, follow me. I'll give you a free guide. And then you can hire me for a one-to-one consultation and all of that. A lot of them are going to get one-to-one consultations. Why? The person's got the free guide. The person's got the video. You know, you've literally given them the step-by-step. Well, what will happen, and this is the clever thing that what they do, they just make it really rapid and quick, add a bit of music. Because what they're hoping for is that you're going to try it and go, I'm not really feeling it in my bicep. But when they're doing it, I can see the veins popping out. What am I doing wrong? And this is where they're hoping that you will hire out the expert. Why? Because you could spend 1 year doing the same exercise and your veins don't pop out. Or you could hire them for an hour and they may explain that you're doing it slightly wrong based on your frame, your posture, or your movement. And this will all come back to web design as well. Okay, people can go and build. They can use Elementor, Divi, Gutenberg, whatever they want. They can go and build it. But if they really want to make it work, if they really want to hit their end goal, this is where you could come in. The prompt master. That's not even a proper term, but I bet it will be. You become the prompt master. Hey, I'm Imran from Web Squadron. I hope you like, subscribe, share, and follow. I'll see you soon.